Hello viewers, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching mine as well as your channel. This time, okay, I don't need to tell you, you've seen the thumbnail. Yes, the much awaited one, the MCQ questions. So I don't know how many of you are aware that the board, the ICSE board has published a sample paper or a specimen paper, you can say, as to what type of questions you should expect. I don't know how many of you have got it, but yes, you can search in the CISE website, or they might have sent it to your schools also. So today I'm going to solve the MCQ questions for you. In language there is a bit of problem. Why? Unless you have the passage. So unless you have the passage, you won't be able to understand what I am trying to, which answer I am giving, or because you need to read the passage or the comprehension passage first. But regarding the preposition, the verb forms and the do as directed, there is no harm. So if you have the passage with you all, no problem. You can tell me, I'll solve it, and or rather I'll solve it last. But the prepositions, the verb forms and the do as directed, I'll dictate the questions and I'll help you to solve it. I'll teach you how to solve. And regarding your comprehension, you need to be very careful while reading. A little carelessness and it might cost you your marks. That is what happened to my students in my online tuition. They had missed some vital points and they lost 5 marks in the comprehension. One question, the last one, carries 5 marks. So a little carelessness costs them 5 marks. Whereas you can score full 40 out of 40 in your language paper. Okay, so let's start. What are we waiting for? But in the meantime, let me remind you one thing. You know what's coming. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. And don't forget to press the like button after having viewed the video. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, so we are back. The first one is the verb forms, where you have to put the correct form of the verbs. You know it very well, I don't need to explain it. But here you have been provided with 3 answers and you have to choose the one which is the correct one. So first I'll read the passage. Okay, when he saw the cottage, I'll read it once and in the second time I will help you to solve it, or rather I'll solve it for you and teach you how to go for the correct option. When he saw the cottage over among some bushes with a rank growth of nettles at one end, he dash. The word in bracket is think. He dash, it was a miserable place. But when he came close to the peeling lime wash, the torn down ivy, sagging roof, the dash. The word within bracket is break. Stone doorstep, thick with trampled mud, he saw that it was a wretched house. The door dash within bracket stand. Half open stuck. He knocked at it and dash within bracket listen to the acute silence. He knocked again firmly and thought he dash. The word within bracket is hear. Thin whisperings. He did not like the dash within brackets hush. Fear in the sounds, and was just about dash within brackets knock. Peremptorily, when there was a shuffling and as quietly as an apparition. You know what an apparition is? A ghost or a phantom. A woman dash within brackets is there. So this is the passage. I always tell, before you start solving, you should always read the passage very well. because sometimes you think, oh, it is past tense, and then as you proceed you may fail to realize, or you may realize later that it is present tense. So first you have to read in order to know in which tense it is, and after that only start solving. So I gave you an idea about the passage, and now let's go on solving step by step. When he saw the cottage over among some bushes with a rank growth of nettles at one end, he dash. It was a miserable place. He dash within brackets think. So what are the options given? Thinks, thought, thinked. So you know, or as I read the sentence, you must have noticed that the sentence is in past tense. So thinks, he thinks, how can it be when it is something in the past tense? So thinks is ruled out. Second option is thought, and the third option is thinked. Thinked is also ruled out. Why? Because there is no such word as thinked. So what will be the answer? Thought, the past tense of think. So now let's put it. When he saw the cottage over among some bushes with a rank growth of nettles at one end, he thought it was a miserable place. You can't say he thinks it was a miserable place, because we are in the past tense and thinked is no word. So these two are ruled out. So only one which remains is the correct answer, he thought. Second one. But when he came close to the peeling lime wash, the torn down ivy, the sagging roof, and the dash stone step, thick with trampled mud. So dash stone step, which are, the word is break, and which are the options? Breaks, broken, and breaking. If you have a confusion, you can try to put the word in the blank and see which one really sounds correct. Like sagging roof, the break stone step, no, it doesn't make sense. Breaking stone step doesn't make sense. The broken stone step, yes, the stone steps which were broken. So this one makes sense. So this is the correct answer. So rule out the other two. The broken stone step, thick with trampled mud, he saw that it was a wretched house. Now for the third one. So the first one is thought, second one is broken, the third one. The door dash stand, within bracket is stand, half open, stuck. So we know this is more or less in the past tense. So which are the options? Stood, is standing, had been standing. So there is nothing of present continuous or past perfect continuous. It is simple, the door stood. So this is the option. The door stood, half open, stuck. The action has been completed. So no continuous form here. Why? Because the door stood, yes. He knocked at it and dashed to the acute silence. The word is listen. So which are the options? Was listening, had been listening, listen. So was listening and had been listening, they are continuous forms. One is past continuous and the other is past perfect continuous. But here there is nothing of continuity. He listened, he did something. So this will be, he knocked at it and listened to the acute silence. Listened. So the fourth one is listen. The fifth one, he again knocked firmly and thought, he dashed thin whisperings. He dashed thin whispering. So he is knocking again and trying to listen. So what could it be? He could hear. So which are the options given? Could hear, had been hearing, was hearing. Had been hearing is past perfect continuous. Was hearing is past continuous. And could hear is the first option. Yes, could hear means he is able to hear. And in the past tense, not can hear, it's could hear given. Yes, in the past tense. Could hear means he was able to hear. So he could hear thin whispering. So he is making an effort and he could hear. He did not like the dash fear in the sounds. So the word is hush. He did not like the dash hush fear in the sound. So what could be the correct option? The words are hushing, hushed and hush. Present tense is ruled out. Hush is present tense, it cannot be there. And hushing also is ruled out. Why? Because here we need a past participle. Hushed fear. What type of fear? Hushed fear. So fear is the noun and hushed is describing the noun. What type of fear? So this is a past participle. He did not like the hushed fear in the sounds and was just about. Then there is the word knock in brackets. K-N-O-C-K. Knock. And which are the options? Knocked, knocking, to knock. So he has not yet knocked. So knocked is ruled out because he has not done that action of knocking. So knocking is also ruled out and knocked is also ruled out. Why? Because the action had not taken place. So just about to knock, about knocking, you can't say that because he has not yet done it, he is about to do it. So to knock is the right answer. He was about to knock peremptorily when there was a shuffling, and as quietly as an apparition a woman dashed there. The word given is, but a woman is there cannot be correct because we are dealing in the past tense. So which are the options? Be there, wrong. You can't say woman be there. Woman is there is also wrong. Why? Because it is in the past tense. So the last option is the correct one. Woman was there. So these are the ones. I'll repeat the answers. If you have the paper with you, very good, well and fine. First one is thought, second one is broken, third one is stood, fourth one listened, fifth one could hear, sixth one hushed, and seventh one to knock, and the eighth one was. So I'm sure most of you have got it, but you all don't know the answers or the school hasn't given you the answers. They want you to solve on your own. So so you all can very well get help from here. And now for your prepositions, you are lucky people. You are getting 3 options from which you have to select, and many of them are not close, they are quite dull ones. So finding out the right one is not a tough job. In some cases it's quite close. So let's go for it. Surprise dash the noise, the judge called for silence. Surprised dash the noise, the judge called for silence. Let's see. Surprised on the noise? No, we never say surprised on the noise. Surprised with the noise? No, we don't say. Surprised at the noise. This is the correct one. So the correct preposition for the first one is surprised at the noise. The judge called for silence. Second one, Ravi's parents are not happy dash his behavior. Ravi's parents are not happy dash his behavior. Not happy, there are 3 options: for, by, with. So let's put the others. For. Not happy for his behavior. Not happy by his behavior. No, by goes with the agent. So not happy with his behavior. So the correct one is not happy with his behavior. The third one, the colonel congratulated the soldiers dash their victory. 3 options: beside their victory, alongside their victory, on their victory. Beside and alongside, just try and fit them in and you'll find they are ridiculous. Beside their victory has no meaning, alongside their victory no meaning. So the last option is the obvious answer, on their victory. Question number 4, the planet was seen dash the telescope. The planet was seen dash the telescope. The 3 options: outside, before and through. Outside the telescope, what does it mean? How can you see a planet outside the telescope? Before the telescope, how can you see before the telescope? The planet was seen through the telescope. So through the telescope is the correct answer. Next one, he is not afraid dash the consequences. Consequences means results. He is not afraid dash the results. Let's see the options. Over the results, afraid over. Afraid of the consequences? Yes. And another one was afraid for. No. So he is not afraid of the consequences. Fifth one, sorry, that was the fifth. Sixth one, he rushed dash the class as he was late. There are three options: into, onto, in. So sometimes I got quite a few answers in from my students. So yes, I explained why in is the wrong one. Just see, there is a movement involved in the sentence. He rushed dash the class as he was late. So there is a movement here. So into the class as he was late and not in the class. In means already someone is inside, and into means towards in. Someone is coming from outside towards inside. That is into. Towards in means into. Into involves a movement. Just see, the movement is there. He rushed. So I'll give you another good example. He is swimming in the pond. So he is already there. That is why in the pond. And he dived into the pond. That means he is outside, and from outside he goes into the water. So from outside towards the water. So he dived into the pond and he is swimming in the pond. So the difference between in and into. Next one, the school is famous dash its post achievements. There are three options: of, for, besides. So famous of, the school is famous for, we say he is famous for this, he is famous for his literary achievements, so whatever. So here it is sports achievements. Dash being clever, he is brave. Dash being, B-E-I-N-G, being clever, he is brave. So there are three options: despite, besides, for. Let's put in despite and see how it sounds. Despite being clever, he is brave. What does it mean? But when we say besides being clever, he is brave, that means he is both clever and brave. So besides means in addition to. Besides English, he also knows French. That means in addition to English, he knows French. Besides having besides owning a flat, he also has a bungalow. So in addition to the flat, he also has a bungalow. So besides means in addition to. So besides being clever, he is brave. So these are your prepositions. I'll repeat the answers once again. The first one, surprised at the noise. Second one, Ravi's parents are not happy with his behavior. The colonel congratulated the soldiers on their victory. The planet was seen through the telescope. He is not afraid of the consequences. He rushed into the class as he was late. The school is famous for its sports achievements, and besides being clever, he is brave. So these are your prepositions. Now for your joinings. So easy. The job is nearly done. You need to only select, pick up the right one. But again, no using and, but and so. First one is a type of tongue twister. You must have heard it before. She sells seashells. Full stop. She sells them on the seashore. Have you heard this one before? She sells seashells on the seashore. A tongue twister. So you got your answer. First one is she sells seashells on the seashore. The other one is the seashells which she sells are found on the seashore. And she sells seashells which are on the seashore. So actually the first one is the correct option. She sells seashells on the seashore. So which are found on the seashore is wrong. Why? Because the cells are not found. She sells them there. So and third one is also wrong because the seashells which are on the shore, yes, again the same problem. But what actually here on the seashore, she does the job of selling these. So that is why the first one is correct. Second one, why are you upset? Question mark. Did someone scold you? Why are you upset? Question mark. Did someone scold you? Question mark. So these are the two questions you have to join. Just listen to the options. You are upset having been scolded by someone. She asked him why he was upset and if he had been scolded. We are not told whether she asked or he asked, whether a female asked or a male asked. We are not told that. So you can't write she asked. Last one. Are you upset because someone scolded you? What do you feel? Yes, this is the correct answer. Why are you upset? Did someone scold you? Are you upset because someone scolded you? Isn't this the correct one? You too should be feeling the same. Third one. She has not seen the message perhaps. Full stop. She may have chosen to ignore it. So the three options. Perhaps she chose to ignore the message which she had seen. We have been told she has not seen the message perhaps. So this one is ruled out. Second one, she may either have not seen the message or chosen to ignore it. So one of them is correct. Either she has not seen it at all or she has seen it but she chooses to ignore it. And the third one, neither did she see the message nor ignore it. So this is also very wrong. One of them is possible, not both or not none. So the B one is correct. She may either have not seen the message perhaps or chosen to ignore it. So one of them. If she has seen and not answered, that means she has chosen to ignore it, and if she hasn't seen, well and fine. Fourth one, I often wake up late in the mornings, full stop. I'm never late for school. I'm never late for school. So normally what happens, if you wake up late, the whole day you keep on getting late and late and late for everything. So although I often wake up late in the mornings, I'm never late for school. I'll read the options first. I'm sometimes late for school because I often wake up late in the mornings. This one is ruled out. Why? Nowhere are you told I'm sometimes late, because it is said I am never late. And I'm never late for school because I usually wake up on time. This is also wrong because it is told I often wake up late. So second and third options are wrong. The correct one is, although I often wake up late, I'm never late for school. This is the correct option. And now for your do as directed, the last one. I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering as it was very cold. Use so. It was so cold that I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. So you know that remove to and use so. It is like that. Though here it is not to, it is very. So it was so cold that I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. First option. Second one. It was so difficult to stop my teeth from chattering, it being cold. No. And I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering, so it was very cold. What rubbish. I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering and that is why it was cold. It hardly makes sense. There is no sense in it. So the first one is the correct option. It was so cold that I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. It happens many times when you go to a very cold place and then your teeth starts chattering. Second one. As soon as the vacation begins, my neighbor rushes to the seaside. Begin no sooner. So you know the rules. I have taught you earlier. No sooner. And this is in the, no, let me not tell you first. I'll tell you the options first. No sooner does my vacation begin than the neighbor rushes to the seaside. This is the first option. Second one. No sooner does the vacation begin than my neighbor rushes to the seaside. And the third one. No sooner did the vacation begin when my neighbor rushed to the seaside. So which one do you think is the correct answer? Let's go step by step. The first one. No sooner does my vacation begin than the neighbor. This one is wrong. Why? Which neighbor? Whose neighbor? The neighbor? Which neighbor? Here in the question it is told my neighbor rushes to the seaside, not any neighbor and every neighbor, my neighbor. So this one is ruled out. Second one. No sooner does the vacation begin than my neighbor rushes to the seaside. Yes, this is the correct answer. And the third answer, why is it wrong? No sooner did the vacation begin. Did cannot come here because the question is in past tense. So it will be do or does depending upon the subject. Okay. So the third one is completely wrong. And the first one is wrong because the neighbor. And the second one is correct because my neighbor. And everything, the tense is also perfect. Now for your third one. Will you lend me the book tomorrow? Priya asked her classmate, question mark. So this is a narration change. So you are given three options for the answer. Priya asked her classmate if, up till here is the instruction given. Priya asked her classmate if. After that you will have to find out which part is the correct. If he would lend her the book next day. Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book tomorrow. Priya asked her classmate if he will lend her the book the day after. So which is the correct answer? Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book the next day seems correct. Why? Because will lend will change into would lend, and tomorrow will change into the next day. So we have everything here. Priya asked her classmate if, then we bring the subject in front, if he would lend her the book the next day. The second one is wrong. Why? Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book tomorrow. We don't keep tomorrow like that. We change it into the next day. And the third one is wrong. Why? Because of the verb. Priya asked her classmate if he will lend. You have to change the tense. Why? Because Priya asked, that is in the past tense. The reporting verb is in the past tense. That is why the tense inside the direct speech will also change into the past tense. So as such it should be would lend and not will lend. Okay. Next one, number 4. But for Laila's support, comma, the woman would have lost her job. Begin had. There are three options. Had Laila supported her, the woman would not have lost her job. Second one. Had Laila supported her, the woman would have lost her job. And third one, had it not been for Laila's support, the woman would have lost her job. So first one means that the woman lost her job because Laila did not support her. Second one means also the same. Second one means that even if Laila supported her, she would lose her job. Another ridiculous option. And the third one means that Laila supported the woman, that is why she did not lose her job, which is exactly what is said in the question. So the third answer is the correct one. The woman actually did not lose her job because Laila came and helped her. So the third one is the correct answer. Question number 5. Herbert consulted his parents before accepting the job offer. Herbert consulted his parents before accepting the job offer. Begin, Herbert did not. First option, Herbert did not forgot to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. Second one, Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. Third one, Herbert did not consult his parents before accepting the job offer. So the first option, Herbert did not forgot, is wrong because did not forgot, you can't say, that is wrong English. We call it the error of double past tense, because if the auxiliary verb shows the past tense, then the main verb will be in the present tense form. So did not forgot is wrong. So the one ruled out. Second one, Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. Yes, this is correct. And the third one, why is it wrong? Herbert did not consult. It is very wrong. It is just the opposite. Herbert consulted. He did not forget to consult. That means he did it. And here this option tells he didn't do it. So this is wrong. So which is the correct answer? Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. So this one is the correct one. Question number 6. The tornado had been raging for several hours before people were moved to safety. Begin. the people. The people were, these are the three options. First one, the people were moved to safety before the tornado had been raging for several hours. Second one, the people were moved to safety only while the tornado had been raging for several hours. And the third one, the people were moved to safety only after the tornado had been raging for several hours. So, the last one, the people were moved to safety only after. So, only after the tornado had been raging for several hours, then only they were moved to safety. Next one, number 7, put your tools away, the children may fall over them. This question is not very proper. I'll tell you why. Because what you are told in grammar books regarding that, regarding lest, we are told most often lest takes should. So anyway, let's see. Put your tools away, the children may fall over them. Use lest. So put your tools away lest the children may fall over them. Second one, put your tools away lest the children fall over them. Put your tools away, children, let's fall over them. So just see, lest is usually followed by should. But the grammar book, this is what the grammar books say. But it is also said that if should is not there, at least would or may cannot be used. So in that case, put your tools away lest the children may fall over them is not correct. Put your tools away lest the children fall over them. And the third one tells you just a very foolish option. Put your tools away, children, let's fall over them. So as if they are suggesting the children to fall over the tools. So this cannot be the answer. So in that case, the second one is the correct answer. Put your tools away lest the children fall over them. And the last one, unless you begin now, you will never finish. So unless is actually the negative form of it. It means if not. So if you never finish, you must begin now. It hardly makes any sense. Second one, if you do not begin now, you will never finish. And the third one, if you begin now, you will never finish. So the third one and the first one is very opposite. And the second one gives you the right answer. If you do not begin now, you will never finish. That means you are supposed to be, in order to finish, you are supposed to begin now. And if you don't begin now, you will never finish. You will never be able to complete your job. Suppose you have been given a project and you are to submit it tomorrow. So if you don't begin now, you will never finish it. So these are the grammar section. And yes, the comprehension one, I can put it in the community post. Let me see if I can do it. I am not actually very tech savvy, so I don't know how to help you. I can help you with the answers, but you need to have the comprehension passage with you. Okay, so in this way you get an idea how to solve the MCQs. They are not at all difficult. You've just seen they are so easy. Rather, you are getting hints, prepositions. You are getting 3 prepositions and you know one of them is the correct answer. So just try to fit in and see which one sounds best to your ears. So yes, and I will be coming up with the literature paper also. That will be a very lengthy one. But for the meantime, let me bid you goodbye and have a happy time.